Hello, let's build on the following simple Unity script and improve the inspector experience for it by adding in attributes. In the inspector view, it looks like this. Note that only the public field, which is the max health variable, shows up on the inspector. All the private variables are hidden. To expose these private variables in the inspector so that you can change it, simply add the serialized field attribute. To do the opposite and hide public variables from the inspector, simply add the hide in inspector attribute. Now we can organize things a bit by adding in labels about the variables in the inspector by using the header attribute. And to further group variables in the inspector, let's also add in a space between the health and the damage stats. Variable naming is difficult, and sometimes variables just need more context. To help with this, we can use the tooltip attribute so that when you hover over a variable in the inspector, more context about it shows. And aside from putting in raw numeric values in the inspector, we can also use the range attribute to provide us a slider, which gives us more control over the input and prevent invalid values. With string variables, we can do much better as well by providing a larger text area in the inspector, making it easier to edit and manage longer text content. The next attribute, the help URL, is useful in team projects. With it, you make it easier to access documentation through a link you provide. Now, when a script is going to be using a specific component, the required component attribute is helpful in making sure that this specific component is assigned to the game object. Not only that, but it also won't allow the component to be removed from the object. And by adding the context menu item attribute in a variable, you'll be able to right-click this variable in the inspector and run a function you specify. To conclude, the context menu works the same way as the context menu item. It provides you access to run a function you again specify when you right-click the script component in the inspector. Hope it helps.